So, have you ever been stopped dead in your tracks by failure? Have you ever been so afraid of making mistakes that you never even took the first step? What if I told you that failure is not what it seems? Would that intrigue you? Well, today we're going to rebrand failure. We're talking about failure as feedback, rebranding setbacks as opportunities. In this episode, we're going to unravel the concept of failure and turn it on its head. We're going to look at a few different things here, a few different points. Point number one would be why failure is just a label. Point number two is the learning loop, how failures teach you more than successes. Yes, I said that right. Number three is embracing the iterative process. And number four, strategies for turning setbacks into launch pads. So grab your notepad and a pen or open up that note-taking app because you're going to want to remember this episode. Before I go any further, would you please do me a super huge favor? Please click that like button, smash that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the tips that I release each week. So let's go ahead and start with point number one, why failure is just a label. Often we label things as failures because they didn't meet a certain expectation. But what if we remove that label? What if instead of saying you failed, you simply got a result that was different from what you were expecting? When you remove the negative weight from the word, you get clarity and you open up space for growth and new possibilities. Point number two, the learning loop. How failures teach you more than successes. I know, it's mind-blowing, right? Let's talk about the learning loop. You try, you fail, you learn, you adapt, and then you try again, this time more intelligently. See, failures often teach you more than successes do because they highlight the areas that you need to focus on. You wouldn't know what to improve on if you didn't come across these so-called setbacks. When viewed as feedback, every failure is an opportunity for you to learn something new and make better decisions moving forward. Point number three is embracing the iterative process. Failure is often not the end, but part of the iterative process. Have you ever heard of prototypes? Well, in any innovation, there are multiple versions before the final product. Each iteration incorporates the learnings from the last, driving you closer to success. You are your life's prototype. Embrace each version of yourself. Learn from your experiences and iteratively evolve into a more successful you. Point number four, strategies from turning setbacks into launch pads. So how do we turn setbacks into launch pads? Well, I have three quick tips for you. Tip number one is reevaluate your goals. Maybe what you thought you wanted isn't actually what serves you best. Tip number two is solicit feedback. Sometimes other perspectives can offer valuable insights that you may have overlooked. Tip number three is plan and execute. Armed with this new knowledge and a revised strategy, you're now more prepared to take on challenges. So go ahead and start taking action. All right, so we've covered a bit today. I want you to remember that failure is not the end of the road. It's just a signpost guiding you towards your ultimate success. I challenge you to rebrand your failures as opportunities and launch yourself into greater heights. If this episode resonates with you and you're committed to taking focused action towards a clear future, then click the link in the description below. Let's connect, and I will help you develop an unrelenting purpose and indestructible confidence. And also make sure you check the description below this episode because in that description, I have a free workbook that will help you get from where you are now to where you really want to be. In the comments below, tell me if you found this episode helpful, have any additional insights on this topic. I really would like to hear from you, and I want you to know that your input in the form of the comments below help others too. I invite you to join the Elevators inbox at brianrobinsoncoaching.com for some helpful tips, tools, and resources sent to your inbox each week. I promise I won't spam you, and you can unsubscribe at any time. And finally, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Coach Brian.